What's up, everyone? Nethervvoid back with more Factorio for you, episode 227. And we got a couple things to do on our sulfur build here before we get to the next piece of our build. Again, we're going for batteries if you haven't been watching this series. We've got about 4 or 5 builds to do before we can get to batteries. Always automating all of this, obviously, I guess. That sounds funny. It sounds like always automating, obviously. So today I wanted to say I'm drinking Hold the Spoon by the brewery. It's Imperial Blonde Ale brewed with lactose, cacao nibs, peanut flour, and salt, and added salt. 8.8% by volume. So that could be why I might not be speaking directly. Totally cool. It's really good. It's pretty good for a light beer. Usually I only like dark beers, but it's really good. So check it out. So, okay. I've also wanted to talk about, and I really would like some comments about this if you watch this video. The next series I probably am going to do on the game I'm probably going to do is Imperator Rome by Paradox. They did. They also did. What was the other game I played? They've done Europa Universalis 4 and Crusader Kings 2, I think. And they also did Hearts of Iron, which I played Hearts of Iron. I did a 50 episode playthrough or something on my other channel, which I'm thinking about bringing the playlist over so I can show you guys that game, and maybe doing another shorter playlist because I did a World Conquest in that one with some other smaller country. But it looks really cool. Let me know in the comment section if you think that would be a great idea. It's coming out, and well, it'll probably be out when this video is out. It's like 40 bucks on Steam. Thinking about picking it up. Let me know what you think. Also, They Are Billions is another one I'm thinking about doing. That could be really fun. Again, I'm going to continue Factorio because I love this game and I want to see this season through. So, anyway, without further ado, let's get to this build. We're going to need one of these guys right there, and we're going to need some pipe. That's what she said, right? Cool. We're going to do this build just like we've done every other build, pretty much, except, okay, it's a little bit different placement. That's fine. And then we're going to need a clarifier. Cool. We used our last clarifier. It's kind of cool to go back to the warehouse and make sure that all the extra things I've built, we use them. It's not that big of a deal. It's not a lot of resources. I just like to not, throw things away if I don't need to, So, okay, it goes on like this. So I think it goes right there, I want to say. Let's do an underground to like that, and then we're going to pipe it in, and then we're going to worry about power in a second here. So the power, okay, the power is hooked up like this. Okay. The thing we're not doing here is we've got to connect it with some red wire. I don't see any. This is weird. How are we getting hit here? Okay, just these guys again. Again, that bobmonium should be done really pretty soon. So we're going to copy this from, I don't know, one of these liquid ones probably. We're going to change this to, it starts with an M, water. Mineralized water. Okay, when it gets greater than 4.7, which these actually hold 5,000 each, just dump it. We should have changed this to 4.9. Because if you think about it, that's quite a lot of liquid we're wasting in a sense. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That system's set up. We can change that in the future if we feel like it. Our sulfur system is just making us tons of sulfur, which is good. It's going to make us sulfur till we have 12,000. But we also need to set up this system where if the sulfur water is out, which is how we're making sulfur, and you can see it's draining out pretty quickly, that this train will go get us some more sulfur water. I really should have stacked this up on this one over here. I technically still could do that. Because I was thinking about doing that in the south. I'm going to do that. I'm going to rip this out. I'm going to rip this whole thing out. That means we're going to need additional pylons, pretty much. No, that won't cover it. Let's just do a random one like that. Random stuff here. Random things here. And drop more bots. There we go. Because in the south, where we're going to be setting up sulfuric acid, I'm going to have to overlap the train, stations, just like we've done in the past, because there's not enough room. So I'm going to do that here as well. But first, let's fix this. Right? Let's fix this to kind of get it set up again, so trains will actually run through here, first of all. But also, to get us ready to put this guy back in. And we're going to overlap him, which means we have to do it right there. That is not going to work. So why didn't we do it right here? Why did we do it way out here? Technically, we could kind of still... Well, we can't do a build there. But we could still overlap. If we do it here... No, we can't. Well, okay, so to overlap, you have to do it right at the edge of that track. Right at the edge, right there. So if we did it there, we'd have to do it there. We can overlap. No, we can't even overlap right here. We just have no space. We're really hurting for space right here. We're going to waste a lot of space. But that's because the stupid turn is too tight. It's just too close. An interesting thing we could do is do this. Right, when we do this, we could actually do it over here, and we could put another one here and curve it around and use this space. We're going to start hurting for space. That's what's going to start happening. I want to leave some space. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. I want to leave some space. I don't like what we're doing in here. Okay, I just don't like it. We're not doing it. We're doing it some other way. We're just doing it a different way. We're gonna do it right here, because that leaves us a little bit of processing space. I'm gonna actually, well, we don't have to do anything. The train just goes out and gets stuff. So do we have a train? We don't. Can we make a train? Yes, we can. It's gonna need liquid. We already have one, but that's okay. Now we have two. We will use that. Don't worry. Actually, we had a bunch of trains. We already had trains. Oh, we need coal. That's cool. Now we get to drive just to get coal. Oops. Perfect reason to drive down south, you know. Just to get coal. And there's a couple other things I wanted to do to our sulfur plant. Our FPS is dropping pretty heavily. The audio might sound a little weird. It's because in Sacramento it just jumped up to 90 degrees in April, which is very unusual. Why am I over here? Oh, we're missing coal. Well, I kind of went the wrong way if I want coal. Oh well. So the air conditioner's on, and I've done everything I can do to, well, it's really not a lot, to get rid of the noise, to do noise reduction on it in Audacity, and it usually works pretty good, but there was tons of coal. Oh well, now we have even more. And we also need lead. I didn't get lead. See that? We're actually down by a lot on plate. So I'm going to go get some lead. We probably should still make batteries in here. Nah, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I think we've stopped making batteries, because we have tons. So we're just going to leave it like that. So I've done some work on Audacity to kind of fix up the sound from the AC. You shouldn't really even be able to tell it's there. It's going to sound a little bit weird, but not extremely weird. We need only pretty much lead plate. I think everything else is good. Maybe a little bit more copper. A little bit tired today. Work was I didn't have a bad day. I was talking to my girlfriend about this. I didn't have a bad day. It was just tiring. I'm tired. Let's get some of this. Get some steel. But I need to record videos, because I like bringing you guys videos. So another thing we need to do is... And why did I get that stuff? Oh, coal. I need to add another clarifier here, because it's not... I feel like it's not getting rid of that water fast enough. So we're going to put another clarifier in here. In fact, I kind of want to drop this radar in here somewhere. We could do it right here, near the nickel, right? Let's just do it there, because I really want to start getting more of this area, like, uncovered. Hopefully it won't draw in any biters, but we don't know. Okay, so I have another clarifier. We're going to put it in right here. Like that, and then that means we're going to do this to run them both. with maybe a light here. There. And they're both working pretty much continuously because this guy is full. See how full that guy is? He should be empty. So these clarifiers should empty this guy out. Well, we'll look at it in a while. That should go down over time. Okay. So we've got this, and we went out to get coal because we were going to place some trains. Right? Okay, we need that. And another train. Like this. And then this is demand water, sulfur, liquids. Right? Basically. I mean, this isn't going to feed it directly. It feeds the source that really feeds everyone. But it starts to feed that thing when it gets too low. Oh, that's right. We were going to move this. That's okay. Let's just pick this up. That's what was going to happen. We were going to move this whole thing. Because technically speaking, this is not a sulfur build. This has really nothing to do with sulfur. It's that our, and you know what? Let's just do that. This guy needs to go say, hey, I'm getting low. Go get me some. So it really doesn't have anything to do with sulfur. So that's good. No, what are you doing? Alright. So let's put this back in again to make sure these guys are moving. We need maybe one of these guys in here. Like this. Just to kind of give it, a break in the ye old rail circuits. We're going to need... No, we got one there. We got one here. This is fine. Okay. No, I remember what we said we were going to do. So let's pick this up. We don't need it anymore because we are not building down there. But we probably need to put our normal station lights in here, which would be a good idea. So let's hook it up like that, probably. So we can see what we're doing. So we don't run into things. It's usually a good idea. What we're going to do is put one off this. We're going to curve it around and make it go back to where it was. Because this guy actually can do that. He can go like that. Because this track is two-directional, which is unlike any other track we have. We really want the track to be right here. So it'd be something like this. And then what I was thinking about doing is taking out the part. See, that's going to kind of ruin all that stuff. Oh, that's right. I was going to go like this, out that way and over this way. If we have any other liquids that need this, I guess we're just SOL because it's not going to happen. I don't know if that'll do it. We're going to try. And it's going to import through this guy. So probably what we're going to do is dump down this way to that. And this guy's going to have a link from here saying, what do you have? When you get below 4,000, yeah, you're going to go get some more. So let's look at, if we put a station here, well, let's just make another one. Good, we didn't have one. Okay, so if we put a station here, yeah, that's plenty of room for the train. In fact, we can probably cut a little bit of this out. I don't know why we would, I guess. But let's conserve a little bit of space if we can. That's fine. It doesn't really matter because it's gonna tie in right here. And we're really just gonna pipe it directly in. I don't know why we would pipe it to here and then to there. So let's get a direct pipe. We are gonna do 2 of these dudes, 2 pumps off the train, like so, and we're gonna pump it directly into here. And then we're going to start going underground immediately. That's going to be a little odd, but that's okay. I think we have some landfill. So let's do some of that. There we go. Let's bring it up from here first. Just like right from there, and then as high up as we can before we have to turn it. And then we'll just do this. Oh, we got to go one more up. Okay, no problems. We can do that. All right, let's just draw it over from here, actually. All right. Why don't we do this? And connect it. There we go. Which means we're going to need this. Should we use the grid? We probably should. Can we use the grid? That's probably a better question. We are using the grid up to this point. Let's add some more grid right here. This is that's a vertical grid. We want horizontal. And then we're going to want vertical after that. There. Let's just do that. Alright, so let's switch that out. Let's get some vertical going as well. I really don't want this to take all episode, but it might. Just to kind of set this part up. Then our sulfur factory will be done. We can kind of move to the next piece. I'm not sure if we can do this. Can we? Yes, we can. Can we do that? We shouldn't. Because there's going to be stuff in here. Okay, so for that, I guess we'll just use, you know, a regular large pole. That's what she said. It doesn't really matter where we do it. Oh, there we go. Of course it doesn't reach all the way. Alright, we'll do it to here. We always like to put a light on those guys. And then, again, this is a station, so it should have lights as well. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be... What's this other one? What is this? Okay, that's not it. What's this one? H2O supply in nitric waste. We're going to say... This is called demand... water. Is this waste? Only when it's waste. Because it's not supply or demand, it's waste. We're pumping it away. This is actually demand, water, sulfuric waste water. Okay, so when we run low, this is the guy that's going to let it, that is going to be our advocate here, okay? We're also going to run a large power pole to here so that we don't have to go as far with our red wire. We can just do it like this. Like that. Actually, we don't want it to do that because it's going to be a go-to. It's going to say, go get us more. So we don't, this guy doesn't care. And this guy might not care as well. So let's just put him back as normal. But this is where we're going to have the trains. So let's put them in now. It's obviously a liquid cargo thing. Alright, so this guy's going to go to the supply. So first, he's going to go to supply. Oh, we called this chemical liquid. Why is it not called water? Well, we'll have to change that later. Till inventory full. And then he's going to come back to demand water, right? Sulfuric wastewater. Till circuit condition box is greater than 0. Because we're going to tell this guy when we want him to go. So the first thing I want you to do is go here. Totally normal. Now I'm going to put the indicator on this side because that leaves the north piece. Well, I was thinking we could have two trains kind of use the same spot. Well, it would be another one right here. Yeah, so let's put it on the north side. So we want, let's see, if we turn it sideways, it's going to come in like that. Wait, no, it's north. So we want the reader to be first. So I think it's going to be this one. Let's look. So I was thinking it's going to be like this. See how the reader's first? We don't want it right there. We want it right there. And I think I'm fine with us building this. So we're going to 1, 1, 2, I think. Bam. Is it all hooked up? Well, except it is not reading it correctly. We also need to do this. So now it should have a signal. And we care when it has less than 4,000. sulfuric wastewater. Bam. It should kick off at that point. Oh, we also need those. Bam. So is this guy connected to it? Yeah, okay, he's connected. So this guy says when, and it is because it's empty and the condition is being met. So we'll say, look, go to supply, chemlick, sulfuric waste water. Okay. There, it's going to go get it because it doesn't have enough. So there you go. It's going to come in here, keep this guy full because he's getting a little bit low, and he's going to go back and forth probably a lot. I have a feeling that we're going to produce sulfur faster than we can go get water. But we'll see. We might have to increase some part of that system to keep the sulfur flowing. Because in my experience making sulfuric acid, the limiting condition was always the sulfur. Couldn't create sulfur fast enough. So we're going to pick this up. We don't care about that guy. He's not part of the grid. This is the grid, right? Our sulfur is done. That's our sulfur factory. These guys are still not. They're still going crazy. Okay, that's because this is going down. That's the whole point. There should never be any liquid in this thing. So what we should really do is draw it straight down into these guys. We're like, what's the point of even having this? Yeah, let's do that. We don't need this guy. So let's do this. Like that, and just pipe it directly in. There we go. Okay, so this guy's back. We probably should get the car. He's dumping his payload directly into these guys. They should be going up probably right here anyway. It's dumping in right here. Is it going? I thought it's okay. Yes, it's being refilled. The sulfur factory is draining this thing pretty much faster than we can supply it. It's probably what's going to be happening. But that's pretty okay. We should have other items dumping into here too, so I'm not super concerned. I think we're going to have enough sulfur. I think we're going to have to improve the speed of this thing, though. So we might have to add to the sulfur manufacturing, the sulfuric wastewater manufacturing, because I don't even think that train can keep up. Who's this guy? What's he doing? Oh, he's probably getting purified water. What train is this? Oh, yeah, because we need to make more wastewater, right? We need to make more sulfuric wastewater. I don't know how fast we're going to go through sulfur, but it's going to be pretty fast. So we'll have to see when that happens. We've got about 7 minutes. Let's go down here, start to make the sulfur dioxide factory. Again, being very careful to drive through our builds without crashing. I'm getting tired. When I get tired, I start doing this. I've noticed that. So you can see how we're overlapping right here. That's what I was talking about up there. So this is going to be our sulfur dioxide factory, actually, right here. Now, I wanted to move all this over to make more room, but it's okay. We're just going to do this. Well, that's not it. We're going to do this. We're going to do it like that because there's not enough room to put another one right here. So we're just going to stack it up like that so we can also do our sulfuric acid right alongside our sulfur dioxide. Because we're going to do this too. You know, when sulfuric acid needs more of this, it's going to go here to get it, supply, right? And then on products where we're dumping sulfur dioxide, like nickel, which we aren't going to do right now because we don't actually need it for any builds, it's going to come in from the side and supply us for our sulfur dioxide plant, or sulfuric acid plant. That way we don't tax our system too heavily trying to create sulfur dioxide if we don't need to. Because a lot of, you know, our processes are going to have that as a byproduct, well, at least one. And if there are more, we want to, you know, keep filling that sucker up. Because I was thinking about a way we could actually bring it in and load it to sulfur dioxide, but I don't think it makes anything else. If you look at sulfur dioxide, there's that guy probably going back to... I don't think it only makes acid, and that's it. It doesn't make anything else. So it only makes sulfuric acid, which means do we need a factory for this? It only makes sulfuric acid. Should we just make it part of the sulfuric acid build? Let's look up how we're going to make this, right? So we need sulfur dioxide. So that's the process we're going to use. So for our sulfuric acid plant, maybe we just want to bring in sulfur, oxygen, and hydrogen. And then we can make in one chemical plant the sulfur dioxide, and then another chemical plant just make the sulfuric acid. We don't need to make the sulfur dioxide. And then what we can do is have waste people that you make sulfur dioxide as waste come in and dump it. It's not a bad idea, and we can have our train only leave when we have like less than a certain amount. So we'd have like 4 or 5 tanks. Let's say 4, and then it would always come in and dump to that tank, and then the tank would let it out till it has space for 3,000 liquid or gas, let's say. So maybe it was a big tank system, right? So at least it was a way to get rid of it, and it would keep getting rid of it that way in case we need it, right? But when it gets below 1,000 per tank, which would be really low for our system, then it would go get sulfur. They would create sulfur dioxide. Then that process would start. Then it would need sulfur. That means that's an intermediate step. That's kind of why we were doing two factories. Huh. That's a tough call. Because I want a place for it to dump, but that means it needs an intermediary step. And it's really 2 plants. But we don't have to have an export because it only feeds sulfuric acid. It only feeds that. It doesn't do anything else. And we only need oxygen and hydrogen. So we could put those on the same train because one liquid train car can get hydrogen and sulfur. We did it over here if you look at this other build, right? We've done it a few times. Here's 2 liquids by the same train. Here's 2 gases that are, being supplied by the same train. I'd probably want more than a tank. I'd probably want 4 tanks each. But that's really easy. So we still want 2 trains supplying. Yeah, we have to do it that way if we want to use the space, because the reason is if we do sulfur dioxide as a plant and sulfuric acid as a plant, we're going to need 3 demand trains. 2 for sulfur dioxide because it needs a gas and a solid, and then a gas for the sulfuric acid. So doing it as one giant plant means we only need 2 demand trains. So we're going to have to do it that way. That's fine. And then we can still have the feeder train here that feeds sulfur dioxide to the intermediary step here. Man, this is going to be complicated, but it sounds like we got it under control. Let's start putting in these guys, because we're going to need to build stuff. That should be good. Okay, good. Okay, let's just get this guy put in, and then we're going to say sulfur dioxide doesn't have a plant. We're fine with that. The thing is, too, I need to put this down and then copy it. I need to take these out and kind of copy what I've got. And then take out the stuff I don't need like that. And then I'm going to take this out as well, because obviously I don't want it right there. There we go. Alright, let's try this, because that's what's going to have to go right here. Because we're going to double up on some of our signals when we overlap like that. Okay. So we're also going to need... No, we already gave it a station. We just need to give it bots. Okay. So we've got that in. We're at the time now. We've got that figured out. We should be able to create sulfuric acid plant on the next episode because we're skipping the dioxide plant because we don't really need that. Let's take this out and replace it because it was freaking out. There's a few more that are freaking out. Let's replace those. In one case, it was probably because it really didn't have a placement. That guy's freaking out now. Pretty excited to be playing it. Why are you freaking out? Oh, it's because this is freaking out. We don't need that. Oop, whoa, whoa. Okay, everybody's good now, right? Yeah, because, okay, so remember, this is the start of a circuit. So this uses the, right. You can only go that way, okay? So this to there, to there, to there, to there, all the way out. There's a new circuit. Coming in, we've got this circuit to there, to there, to there, to there. You're good. Going, coming in this direction, we have this circuit, which is probably not far enough back. Oh, it is, but that's okay. This to this to this to the right, and then this all the way through as well. Going out this way, we have this circuit leading that direction. Probably you can use another one right here. Okay, I think we're good with signals. We don't need internal signals because we have nothing going that direction. Okay, I think we're good. Let's rename this one. This is going to be demand, and then we'll be done with this episode. Demand, gas, sulfuric acid, solids. And let's copy that. Because the liquids don't need as much space. Yeah, that's the same. It's on the even level there. Liquids. Even though technically it's gases. I think that should be fine. Let's look at what this guy's called. Well, after the autosave. We're 3 minutes over. Shouldn't be that big a deal. Sorry, I'm itching my armpit on camera. That's kind of gross. Demand, gas. Okay, hydrochloric gas. Hydrogen chloride. Okay. This is good. And we've used solids and liquids the whole time. I'm not going to change it to gases, okay? So, we're going to build our sulfuric acid plant here. And then that's going to be all the space we have for our chemical plant area. Because we used it all. So hopefully we can do batteries, which is in the chemical plant solids area, and then we're going to build something. Well, then we just build batteries, which we're going to hand build into laser turrets, I think. Let's see. Let's look at laser turret 2 and see if you need a laser. Okay, yes, you do need a laser turret 1. That's kind of good because it means we can pull up our laser turret 1s and reuse them. So what I might start doing is pulling, as I put down laser turret 2s, I'll pick up the laser turret 1s and I'll recycle them. So all we really need right now is battery. Actually, we don't even need batteries. Well, we want to expand our base before we can do polished sapphires, so we do need more laser turrets 1s. So I might set up a factory to produce laser turret 1s. We're going to use them in the future. And then I'll probably build a factory to build bots. But that is on other episodes. Thanks for watching 227. I'll see you on the next episode. Again, please let me know in the comment section what you think about the 2 games I mentioned. Anno 1800 could be awesome as well, but I think it's $60. The Rome game is $40, so that's more of a go-to, kind of straight off the bat. Except the 1800 is more of a builder game, and the Rome one is more of a fighting game. So I don't know. What do you think? I want to hear about what you think in the comment section. So, as always, stay frosty.